Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about homeschooling in the state of Washington. And we're going to begin at the HSLDA website, which if you have legal questions or legal concerns, you could join them. I think it's $10 or $12 a month, and they would be able to assist you with those types of things. I cannot because I'm not an attorney, but I can go through a variety of things, and this is one of them. And it says you must meet the teacher qualifications, and you can check back and see if the laws have changed or if they have any updates. It says only instructing your child and being supervised by a certified person, and it talks more about that. Instructing only your child and having either 45 college quarter credits or the equivalent in semester credits, approximately 30 semester credits, since one quarter credit equals 2/3 of a semester credit, or instructing only your child and having completed a course in home-based education. It talks more about that if they have that test. Instructing only your child in being deemed sufficiently qualified to provide home-based instruction by the superintendent of the local school district. And then you have to file a notice of intent. And if you're keeping a portfolio or a binder, you're probably going to want to keep proof of that in your portfolio or your binder. And then you can read about that. I don't want to read it all. You have to teach for at least 180 days per year with an average of 1,000 hours per year. And you have to teach required subjects. And you have to conduct an annual assessment. And their assessments mean like a standardized test, it says, or have your child evaluated by a certified person. And then it gives you a link to find more about that. And you can homeschool with a private or denomination school, and you can read more about that if you like as well. So those are some of the ways to homeschool in the state of Washington. And this is the State of Washington Board of Education website, so maybe you want to go there and print out the answers to the questions and keep that in your portfolio or your binder and see if anything has changed. So that might help you with different things, and maybe you can find the laws there as well to print out and put in your portfolio or binder and put the date that you printed out. And they might have helpful links for you as well. So, and there's the phone number if you need it. And at the beginning of the year, when you're homeschooling, you might want to give your student a placement test. And here's a variety of them. This is an assessment test, but they're not the standardized tests that you need at the end of the year. This is just to help you create a plan or a goal for what you want to teach your students for the year. And I'll show you one of those tests so you can print out and you can see if they're making simple mistakes. You can go over them with them, or if they just need to review something, or what level they're on. And this might help you to create a plan of what you're going to teach them for the year. And you're probably going to want to put this in the portfolio or binder as well. And this is another one that has assessment tests to help them so that you know what to teach them that year and you can come up with a plan, and it has some excellent resources, so you can check that website out. And this website, what I like about it is when you're trying to brainstorm and come up with a list of resources that you're going to need for homeschooling, favorite websites with complete curriculum, or field trips that you want to go on, you can see how easy it is to create a list of things, and you can put this in your portfolio or binder, and then later when you decide on the ones you're actually going to use, you can put that new list along with this one in your portfolio or binder. And the next year or halfway through the year, if there's other things you want to look at, the brainstorming list to find other ones that you might want to use, it'll be there with your favorite ones. And this also will help you to be able to create a schedule. So if you're trying to come up with a schedule, maybe 3 hours a day, you want to use complete curriculum like IXL, and then maybe an hour a day, you want to use a workbook with complete curriculum for them to have some more written work. Or maybe you want to have Friday after lunch you want to use board games, and you have like Scattergories and Scrabble and Yahtzee, and maybe they have magazines that have science and history you want them to read Friday afternoon to make it more fun. So this is just ideas. So maybe it will help you be able to create a schedule from that as well. And this is some homeschool attendance records you can find online, or you can maybe use a calendar with boxes that you can get for free in places and print out. And maybe you want to create a calendar of the days that you plan on having school, field trips, and holidays, and then one for the days you actually have school, because maybe something comes up. Even public schools have things come up like snow days. And IXL, I like it because if you're creating a daily log of activities to put in your portfolio of binder, and you're putting like day one and the date, the time, the name of the subject, the name of the website or workbook, and the activity that they're doing in each subject. You can see it's like even or odd or skip counting. Or if you want to print out the curriculum and put it in your portfolio or binder or both, you can easily see what that is. And I think this website's like $20 a month. And this is Khan Academy, and it says it's free for everyone every year. Everyone everywhere. And it covers from pre-K all the way to college, and it has life skills. And this one is allinoneHomeschool.com, and right now it's free, but you can donate to them. And they have Bible study, so if you want to begin the day with Bible study, you can. And then they have their daily activities. I think it's listed separate from the Bible study. And you can go on there, and they will use different websites, maybe one for math and one for reading and one for history. So it's fun. And maybe you want to use IXL for math and Khan Academy for life skills and all-in-one homeschool for reading. You know, it's up to you. And this is PBS. So if you have, maybe you have a free period during the day that you're having your students, letting them pick what they want to learn about and decide if they want to write a paper or do a craft or draw a picture about what they learned about, and you're looking for other subjects to learn, this might be a great place to look. Maybe it's in your list of subjects that you're teaching them, and it's still a free period. So it's just, there are great places to find things to help your students to have a more creative and fun learning experience. And this is Schoolhouse Rock, and it teaches grammar, science, economics, history, mathematics, and civics. And it's songs, and you can find these in YouTube video playlists that people have created. And so they might sing the songs and memorize their multiplication tables that way. They might sing songs and memorize them. That teaches them the parts of speech, and they might remember this into adulthood. So this is an excellent resource. And there's American Rock that teaches them about the Declaration of Independence and the immigration and American Revolutionary War and things like that, United States Constitution. And there's Science Rock, and it teaches a lot of things. And there's Money Rock, and you can see the subjects. And there's Earth Rock, so you can see that they can learn so much. Maybe you need a break to go make lunch, and you want them to still be learning, or they need a break from writing. And you want them to feel like they're having a break, but they're still just enjoying learning, and it's so much fun that it just seems like it's not work, it's just fun. And this is International Children's Digital Library, and it has around 5,000 books, I believe. Some of them are different editions of the same book, and you can click on it to read the book. It's very user-friendly. And then you can click on the page, and you can turn the page to the right or the left in the upper right-hand corner. So it's a great resource. And if you do decide to go to the library, maybe you want to create a list of skills you want them to learn and give them a certificate of completion and put it in their portfolio or binder as well. And homeschool support groups. You might want to join homeschool support groups. Maybe they have knowledge or resources. Maybe they go on field trips together as with families, or they go to the YMCA and do things together, or they have outings in the park. Maybe you want to donate books that you've used to other families, and this would be a great idea to find families to donate those books to. If you decide that you're creating a portfolio or a binder for your student, you might want to have them do a separate one as a keepsake. as like a school project. And maybe you want one separate, but it's important to have them take part in creating a portfolio or binder so they can look back on their work and take pride in what they did. And some of the things you might want to put in that is like your placement tests that you gave them at the beginning of the year to create a goal of teaching them, state homeschool laws with the date you printed them out, copies of any forms you filed with proof, couple of calendars or attendance records, brainstorming your favorite resources in the list, the actual list of resources you're going to use, list of field trips you might take, print out from contents of web pages like IXL or workbooks to show curriculum and the list of activities, sample student work, maybe 2 or 3 pages of each subject a week. Maybe they want to do their portfolio or binder showcasing their best work, and you might want to show a variety of skills or progressive work. Proof of field trips taken. Maybe you want to get a leaflet or a flyer, put the date on it. Have them draw a picture or write a paper and put the date on that. Your weekly schedule, daily log of activities. If you're having them do self-evaluations, telling you where they're struggling, where they're doing the best at, if they need more time in another subject than others, or you're giving them, maybe you're writing little assessments, and then every 6 to 8 weeks you're writing an assessment in each subject, in the year end, writing an assessment in each subject. Make sure you put a positive spin on it. Maybe they're struggling in their reading and you want to put they're struggling in their reading, or they're behind in the reading, but they have a positive attitude, and at the end of the year you could put they went up 5 reading levels and you think it was because of their positive attitude and their hard work and things like that. It's important to have them participate in those type of assessments. If you give them a standardized test every year and you want to put their scores in there and proof of that in your portfolio or binder. If they're doing voluntary work, you might want to get proof of that with certificates, or have them write something up and put that in there, especially if they're going to college or they're going to join the military. If they take classes outside the home, like swimming at the YMCA or martial arts, piano lessons, anything like that, maybe you want to have papers created on that and put that in your portfolio or binder. Contacts with email addresses, phone numbers for the school or local support groups, your homeschool support groups. If you're going to take them on career study field trips, maybe have them create a list of questions of the education required, the daily activities, the skills that they need to be able to do their job. Maybe you want to see if you can take a tour of a local hospital and talk to people on different jobs, or a hotel. And you can put that in your portfolio or your binder. That might help them choose a career, understand the education they need for different careers. It might just help them with interviews later or their communication skills. So those are some ideas of things you might want to put in your portfolio or binder. And hopefully this helps you if you're considering homeschooling with some ideas. And I'm just a small YouTube channel, so I appreciate my viewers and I really hope that I help somebody. So please feel free to leave comments, suggestions, ideas, anything. And thank you so much for watching my YouTube video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.